Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Learning Tech. So first of all, I would like to welcome you all in this tutorial video on STATA. Okay, so this video is for beginners. So in this video we'll be discussing about what is STATA, and we'll be also discussing about STATA interface. Okay, and together we'll be also talking on how to create variables using different methods, as well as to enter data, and also importing data from Excel as well as SPSS, and many more. Let's start the video by talking about STATA. So this is the interface. At first you'll be seeing when you install and open this STATA. So I'm using this STATA version 14.2, which is special edition. We can get the STATA version up to 17. Okay, so STATA is a powerful statistical software that enables the users to analyze, manage, produce graphical visualization of data, and as well as it also have capabilities to include capabilities which include data management, statistical analysis, graphics, custom programming, and many more. While talking about STATA interface, the topmost part where you are seeing file, edit, data, graphics, statistics, user, help window. Okay, so this is called menu bar. Okay, you can see here, this is menu bar. Similarly, just below the menu bar you will see a toolbar. So this is the toolbar where you will get the shortcut for different to analyze your data. And similarly, just below the toolbar you will get the history bar here. So this is the history bar. So history bar, this keeps a record of all commands that STATA has run, and this window also helps us to review the commands that we have done, and we can simply click on one of the most commands to rerun in STATA. After that you'll be seeing the next window here. Okay, the larger one. This window is called result window. So why result window? Because this window shows you the result of your commands. And then just below the result command, sorry, just below the result window, you'll be seeing here command window. Okay, so this part is command window where we can enter the STATA commands. I'll be giving you the examples in this. Then just side of the command window we can see the variable window. So this is the variable window which shows all the variables in our current dataset, which includes variables name and their labels. So I have not created here any variable, so there is here no items are showing in this variable window right now. Then just below the variable windows you will get to see the properties windows. So this part is property windows. You can also see here properties which displays variables and datasets properties. It also shows variables name, you can see here, label, type, format, value labels, and you can also add notes in this. So we can also change our variables properties in this window. We'll be talking about each and every example related to all these windows. So first of all, let me give you the example on how can we create variables. So while talking about creating variables, I'll be showing you two methods. Okay, first one is using GUI, that is graphical user interface, and second one is using command. So let me show you a few examples, but before creating variables we must keep in mind that the variables that we create must be of single word or single value which cannot contain any space, symbols, etc. So first one is by using GUI, graphical user interface, which is one of the most easiest, but it takes a few steps to do so. Let me give you an example of creating variables by using GUI interface. For that, just go to the data editor menu. You can just see here in the toolbar data editor. So this data editor helps us to edit our data anytime as we want, and just side of the data editor we'll see a data editor in browse mode. So this doesn't help us to edit any data, but just to view our data. Let me just click on data editor or edit. The new windows pop up like this. For example, let me just type 1 and hit enter, or just press the tab button. Then just you can see here variable 1 has been created in row number 1 and in row column number 1. Okay, the value is given here. Okay. Similarly, when I just type 2 and hit enter or just press the tab button, you can see here in variable window 2 variables has been created that are still unnamed. Okay. Variable 1, variable 2, variable 1 and variable 2. Suppose for example I want to give the name of this variable 1. Let me just say I want to give the name for variable 1. So for that, just go to properties window. You can see here, and we are still in data editor mode, so we can edit our data. Just click on name, then you can just give the any name you want. Let me say age. Let me just hit enter, and you can see the change here, right? Oh, similarly, if I want to change the name of variable 2, which is given here var2. So what is this var2? We'll be talking and just after few moments. Let me say I want to change or give the name this var2 as gender. So how can I do that is just go to the variable window here, the properties window here. Just click on here, then go to properties windows, then click here, then just give the name as you want, gender, and hit enter. You can see. So this is one of the easiest on how to create variables. So let me show you an example on how can we create the variable using command. So for that, we can just see here in result window, you can see here at first we just typed here 1 and press the enter button or just tab button. Then you can see here, and let's just be clear here, variable 1 equals 1 in 1. So what does this 1 in 1 and 2 in 1 means is that 1 determines rows and next determine the columns. Okay, so generate variable 2 gender here, then we can see it's in second column, right? So this is the second column in row number 1. We are still in row number 1. Okay, let me just close this for a while, then just talk about the second method to create variable using command. So most of the students may face a problem in this until they are familiar with the commands and codes. So while talking about creating variables by using command, just view the result window carefully. At first we just typed 1, then pressed the tab button, and similarly we press the alphabet or the number 2. After that we just rename the variable 1. var means variable 1 in row number 1 in column 1. Okay, 1 in 1 means that. And similarly variable 2 equals to 2 in 1, which means variable 2 lies in column number 2 but still in the same row, that is row number 1. Then after that we just rename the variable 1 as age and rename the variable 2 as gender. Now you can see here the age and gender, two variables has been created here. In this section I'll be showing you how can we create variable or create a questionnaire template form by using both GUI and by using command. So for that I have a sample questionnaire here. So this is a sample questionnaire in which I'll be using both GUI and by using command. So for that, first of all, let us go to the data editor menu. You all can just simply click here, or you can just type edit in command window and hit enter, and you will see the interface like this. So to create variable by using GUI, which is a really easier method, as I shown you in a few moments ago, you can just click here and you will get the pop-up window like this. After this, it is very important to us to know the type of the variable. So which type of variable we are creating. Variable type, you can get the many options here: float, double. So this is basically used for number with decimal, and long, integer and byte. This is used for whole number, and str. str is for string. Okay, the variable name is string, and let me just type in name, as I have already shown the questionnaire name. Then contents of variable, specify a variable, specify a value or an expression, or just fill with the missing data. So I am creating here the template for questionnaire. So I am just clicking this fill with missing data, and nothing to do anything, just click in OK. You can see here the variable has been created, name. Similarly, let me just click on the blank space, the same thing happens. Let me just create the next variable as I shown. Next variable as I shown questions. Okay, name. Second one is gender. Okay, let me type here variable name. So gender, it's variable here, gender, and let me not change anything and click in OK. Similarly, let me create the third variable here. So our third variable here is age. Okay, age. Now one thing, age, it's not string, right? Age is a numerical value that we get. So let us just keep here float and click in OK. Now let me show how can we create the variable by using the command. Just view on the result window here. You can see generate string name equals to, and you can just see here double quoted sign. Similarly, generate string, that is gender. So gender is string variable and equals to double quoted sign here. Then thirdly, age, generate age equals to dot. So this full stop indicates the number or an integer, and string, it is indicated by these two quotation marks. Okay, now let me show you an example or create a variable using the command. You can just watch on history menu here. These are the list that we just have done right now. So let me create next for variable religion by using the command generate, or you can just simply type gen, gen, it's the same thing, space, it's string, then just give the name religion space equals to, so for string, to double quoted sign, and just hit enter. Our fourth variable has been created here, religion. To view our questionnaire template, we can just type here edit and hit enter. It directly takes us to data editor, or just simply we can go to the toolbar menu and click the shortcut here. In this way we can create the questionnaire template for any research purpose, which is very useful for students. Let me give you an example by entering the data. Name, let me just Ram, Shyam, Hari, Alex, okay, Sita, Geeta, and gender male, 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 female, female. Age, let me just give anything, 21, 22, 33, 24, 25, 26. And in case of religion, let me just give example, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim. Okay, so this is the process on how we can enter the data manually. So now I'm going to show you how can we change the variable properties or edit the variable, okay, and I will also be showing how can we add the value labels. Okay, so I have here the just for an example, one data set where 3 variables are given here: name, age, and gender. You can see here the name, their age, and gender. So we can notice here one thing, the gender is in the numeric form, 1, 2, 2, 2, and 1. So what does this indicate? Okay, so I will be also showing to add the value labels in 1 as male and 2 as female. Okay, so for that, first of all, let us just go to variable manager. You can just simply type the command here, var manager, or you can just simply use this shortcut button here on the toolbar, variables manager. Click on that, then you can see here variable properties. So name, generally it shows the name used to identify the variable, and this cannot contain this space. And similarly, in case of label, this is used to display the name of the variable, and in type it indicates whether it is numeric or string. So whenever the variable or our data is in the numeric form or is in number, then it is numeric type, and whenever it is in the name or the alphabet that is used, then it is in string. And format, this shows how our data is displayed in data editor and in output mode, or simply it shows how data is displayed. And the value labels here we'll be adding right now, and you can also add here notes. Okay, so first of all, let us just create the value label. Click on manage, then let us create the label here. So let me keep gender as it is, gender, and the value for 1 is male, add, and 2 indicates the value for female, add. Everything is done here. Then let me just click on OK. Then let me just close this dialog box and manage here. For gender, let me use the label as gender, and let us apply this. Click on apply. Then let me click sorry, let me close the variable manager and browse. Let me open the browse mode. Now you can see here the change. The one is male and 2 is for female. Now let me show how can we import data from Excel. Okay, so if our data is in Excel and we want to import in STATA, then how can we do that? Okay, so let me just show you. So I have here rough data here. Okay, so this is in the form of Excel. Okay, the data I have entered here in the Excel format. Let me just copy all the data that I want. Then let me just copy this data. Then just go to STATA and click on edit or open the data editor mode. Then just make sure that you are selecting the top left corner cell. Then just click the paste. You can see the first row on the clipboard contains the value that can be used as a valid variable. So do you want to treat the first row as variable names or data? So we can choose here. As we can see here, the first row is our variables, so variable names. Then you can see here the data will be copied as it is here. Now let me show how can we import data from SPSS. Okay, so this is the data that we just imported from Excel, and if you want to save in stat format, then you can just go to file menu, then just click on save as. Now let me show you how can we import data from SPSS. Okay, so this is the data. Okay, roughly data in the format of SPSS. You can see here data view and variable view. So for that, first we need to save this data in the form of STATA form. Okay, so for that, go to file menu, then click on save as. Then you can just select the place you want. Let me just select the location as desktop. Then just go to save as type. Okay, you can just select the format as STATA. Okay, so I'm using the current version, STATA version 14, that is special edition. Okay, let me click on this. Then let me just give file name import SPSS, and the location is still in the desktop, and let me click on save. Now you can just see here import SPSS. Okay, simply just double click there, then the data we can view it in STATA format. You can just see here all the data has been imported here. So I'll be making more videos on how can we analyze these data, okay, by using different commands in coming days. So if the video was advantageous, please like the video and subscribe the channel for more videos in coming days. Thank you.